What is up, everybody? It's usually rocking building. If you guys notice, I have a call drop in my throat. But either way, I am fully excited because we are finally made it to the main event, the big show, all of the marbles, all in, chips on the line. Super Bowl 54 between your NFC champion, San Francisco 49ers, versus the AFC champion, Kansas City Chiefs. The game starts at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central on Fox, ESPN Radio, NFL Radio on satellite, on their websites for like the Gamecast, everything. This is the big one, guys. We're going to break down both teams, their pluses and their minuses, and then I'll get my predictions. By the way, guys, I want y'all to comment below. Who do you think is going to win? Plus, what's your favorite dish to make for a game like this? That being said, let's get started. Now, the last time these two teams met up, they met up earlier this year in preseason where the Niners beat the Chiefs 27-17, but it was preseason. They didn't play much of their stars, maybe the first quarter, part of second quarter, but then they had their backups. Either way, let's go ahead and start off with those 49ers, the NFC champions who really had a huge bounce back, especially since Garoppolo stayed healthy this year compared to when he got injured last year against the Packers, if I'm not mistaken, or the Vikings. Which one is either one? I forgot, but he got injured. They had to bring in Nick Mullins, who really wasn't all that. And then they went downhill. But this year, he stayed healthy, stayed top-notch, 13-3 record, went through the playoffs almost like it was nothing, became NFC champs. So, big ups for them as well. What really got for me is that they were one of the best running games in the entire league right now. Running game, you got Matt Breida, Tevin Coleman, Raheem Mostert. A lot of people may say Mustard. Jeff Wilson Jr. Tevin Coleman, who, by the way, fully participated in practice Friday, most likely will play in this game. If that's the case, Chiefs defense got a lot of work to do. Again, Jimmy Garoppolo, first start in the Super Bowl. He won 2 Super Bowls with the Pats, but he was like where I'm at right now, sitting down. Got my rings. Haha. This time he's going to go for his third, but a new one. Excuse me. Get his own as a starter. So this is big for him. Again, you got Nick Mullins as his backup and CJ Beathard or something. I forgot. I mispronounced his name so much. But yeah, the running game has been top notch. They're second in the league in running, 4th overall in offense. The receiving core is really good with Emmanuel Sanders, Jordan Matthews, Richie James Jr., Deebo Samuel, Kendrick Bourne, Dante Pettis. I mean, Emmanuel Sanders and Deebo Samuel alone is a very good receiving core by itself. And then you got George Kittle as your tight end. That boy George Kittle was amazing. Amazing. But for me, I would say the 49ers defense, second in the league in defense. Amazing. With the fact that Richard Sherman kind of like leading the defensive backfield, especially on the whole defensive core, they really stepped up for sure. I think it's amazing not only that you got Sherman, but you got Witherspoon on the other side of Sherman. And then you got your safeties Ward and Tart. By the way, Tart did, again, practice fully, so he should be able to play. I would say guys like Sheldon Day and DeForest Buckner on that defensive line with D Ford helps out pretty well with that defense. And then with the linebacker core, that boy Quan Alexander, he's actually pretty good to watch. So many things to go around with Robbie Gould kicking, but that's another story. But either way, I still say for the 49ers, their big matchup would be against it will be that the defensive backfield against the Chiefs receiving core. because the 49, the thing is with a guy like Garoppolo can actually do well. The only problem, he's not as mobile as Patrick Mahomes, which if you want to do a quarterback battle, I'm going to just say right now Mahomes won that battle because he's more mobile. He knows how to go out of pockets quicker. But other than that, I mean, he's still got a good, the running game is going to help him out big time. And like I mentioned, guys like Matt Breida and Tevin Coleman, those guys are really going to have to really boost on that running. So the Chiefs don't have a very good defensive run defense. And that's what's going to hurt them. So that's where the 49ers got their advantage. Where the 49ers' disadvantage is the fact that the injury bug will slowly get to them. If you guys understand what I'm saying, it gets to them at the worst time. Kind of like the Texans syndrome, sort of. You know, you have a good team, but then when that injury bug, like creeping, you know, it's like just lurking. Ah! And it gets that one player and it hurts the team down from there. So I say for the 49ers, it's their health. But other than that, they have a really good, a very, very solid team. Why did they win 13-3 this year? So, you know, that's something for the 49ers. Well, I've been looking at the Super Bowl tickets. Right now, the cheapest tickets are like $5,400 a ticket. $5,400 for one ticket, and that's at the very top level. No. Even if you go to Grubhub, not Grubhub, yeah. The app that where you order food, you can buy Super Bowl tickets as well. StubHub, I meant. With StubHub, SeatGeek, and all the other apps, them tickets are like hell. But it's the Super Bowl, you know, what do we expect? So, me personally, I would just use all that money just to come here to work. At least I get paid on this day. Don't tell anybody. Now it's time for me to talk about the AFC Champion Kansas City Chiefs. Talk about the comeback kids, man. These guys, they had a chance to go big last year until they lost in the AFC title game against the Patriots. Which, I don't know why you give the ball to New England. I don't know. But anyway. Andy Reid has a very good chance to go big this year. These guys, this is a team to be reckoned with. 12-14. They got the bye week because the Patriots lost to the Dolphins of all teams. Like I mentioned in the NFL recap video, how did the Dolphins beat the Pats? I don't know. But anyway. Again, the Kansas City Chiefs, man, the offense was okay. They're like they're sixth on the offense, fifth with passing, but their running game was really, really bad. They were relying on their quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, way a lot. The defense wasn't all that. I mean, they were okay. They had some good moments, but excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Been drinking water. Been burping a lot. But anyway. The defense has been subpar, you could say. But again, with the offense, Patrick Mahomes is like the leader of the team. He is leading these guys, always having those motivationals. Hey, we made it this far. Let's not give up hope now. We can come back and we can win this game. Decent runners, you know, with Damian Williams and LaShawn McCoy. You know, they kind of switch back and forth. They have a pretty good receiving core as well, with Sammy Watkins on one side, Tyreek Hill on the other. You can switch off with McCole Hardman, Demarcus Robinson, even have a little Brian Pringle here and there. But for me, the go-to guy is Travis Kelce, the tight end. He reminds me of Rob Gronkowski when Gronk was like in his prime, you know, before he retired. Just well-built type of bruiser type tight end that a lot of teams would like to have. Plus, he's strength and speed. So, not necessarily the fastest guy, but he's a fast guy. Excuse me. On that defensive side, I mean, like I mentioned, the only reason why their defense is big is the fact they got Honey Badger on that safety side. It's amazing how he left the Texans last year and went to the Chiefs, and now he's in the Super Bowl. But we'll get you, man, Matthew. We'll get you. But anyway, but Honey Badger is leading that way. He's really done a lot for the Chiefs. But next to him, Sorensen. Next to him, really done well. The corners have done Kendall Fuller and Bashad Breeland. There's some tight corners too. Maurice Claiborne on coming off the bench with Rashad Fenton. Oh yeah, very amazing type guys. Terrell Suggs out of nowhere helping out on that defensive line. The defensive end switching it up with the linebacker core. You know, they do a 4-3. So that's where you got guys like Chris Jones, Frank Clark, Derek Nottie. Those guys really helped out with the Suggs on that line. And Suggs could be a linebacker too at the same time. Help out Anthony Hitchens and Damian Wilson. So they got a lot of stuff going on from there. I would still say my matchup will have to be the Chiefs offense versus the Niners defense. I think that's the one folks are going to watch the most, specifically around the third quarter. And you'll see when the defenses start to break down, and you'll see who will stand stronger. It's going to be a really, really tough battle. So, of course, their kicker, Harrison Buckner or Dustin Colquitt, don't either or. But it's a very, very tough battle. Before I make my decision, I do want to thank each and every single one of y'all watching me right now, supporting me throughout the season. This has been a wonderful season, I will admit. I would say if I could speak for almost everybody should wear their NFL team's gear on Super Bowl Sunday to commemorate 100 years of the NFL. 100. Imagine that, 100 seasons of the NFL. We are all part of it, folks. All of us. This is truly historic. I'm proud to be an NFL fan. My team, of course, the Texans, we came up short, obviously. But a lot of things to come. You never know what happens in the future. So, again, gracious enough to witness 100, to be part of the 100th season. I'll definitely buy me like a 100th season T-shirt or a hat. I'm not sure. I'm gonna plan on that for sure. But either way, man, we are all true fans. So again, thank you guys so much, and thank you for helping me be the guy who I am today. Now, time for me to decide who's going to hold the Vince Lombardi Trophy and become the champions at Super Bowl 54. The 49ers or the Chiefs. And after I've been doing a lot of analyzing, a lot of thinking, I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs. I truly think that matchup would be better. I think the Chiefs' defense will be a bit stronger than the Niners' defense in a way. I believe Mahomes is a better, like I mentioned earlier, a more mobile quarterback than Garoppolo. Even though Garoppolo got better weapons, I still say the Chiefs know how to execute better. But it is going to be a very close game. I would say if I was had to predict my score, I would say the final score will be 31-28 Chiefs, and it's going to be that close. It's going to be a war, folks. So strap your seatbelt on tight. Put your gear into full blast. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful game coming up. Once again, guys, uh-oh, here we go. Get some water real quick. Took a shot of water. Ooh. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. You're all truly wonderful people. I love each and every one of y'all. I'm going to be able to do some more videos of different types. But again, comment below your favorite team and what's a good meal to make. I believe my grandmother's making gumbo, which is something I would totally dig into. Anyway, and my grandmother's a 49er fan too, so I kind of hope I don't upset her. Anyway, leave a Like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to yours truly, share amongst everybody. It's yours truly, Rock in the building. I will see you later.